Okay, normally you should hear this. Okay. So if we start from here, a little thing like not really important, but most of the time you don't want to take this one because like your fab will always go in a straight line to somewhere. So like you want to be every time on the edge with the com, and so your fab can take like the two next one to each other and not like go here and after that come back and take this one. But like that's not really important. The thing is that like you play the standard opening as if your opponent was actually doing something, like you went 3 fab, 1 fab on side, and you went full docks afterward. But the thing was that your opponent just didn't do anything, like he just made 3 fab, 4 fab, and just expanded in every direction and didn't attack your side. So like you didn't need it, like you could have done two things. Either you send your docks to raid somewhere because like you don't need them to defend something that isn't attacked, or you go heavier on fabs and you try to expand like in this side with 3 of the fab and in this side like take a lot of mix. Also, first thing, like that's not the biggest thing in this game, but one of the points is that like you have your first scout building right away, which is good. Like not right away, but like good enough. And the thing is that as soon as you have your scout, you really want to send it here because like at this point you're making a hummingbird. Like this one you'll always do it because you don't have time to scout before it, but the second one, before you make your second hummingbird, you should already be here with your scouts and see that if he's gone double vehicle with lot of fabs and like just a few strikers to defend, either you go something like Icarus or Bumblebee to snipe the fabs, either you go something like, that's not really my playstyle, but air fabs, and you send them somewhere to take a lot of mixes fast and use this eco to out expand. But the thing you did is that like you just stacked Hummingbird, you didn't scout, and so you lost a lot of value in this. After this, like this is normal. What like they start sending things here and there, but like you just have two strikers here, they won't do anything. Two here, they won't do anything. One here, like that's really not an issue because you already have so much docks. The thing I like to do is that like first of all, I never put my plane on assist because you have a small AoE on the hummingbird damage. So if everything is stacked on top of each other and the enemy just comes with two hummingbird, they can one-shot everything. So like just put a rally point somewhere interesting, but like also you have a hotkey for air. So like you just times 2 time use it to click somewhere near the opponent to scout. Second of all, you see, yeah, you have rally points on these guys. You shouldn't use like you can do it, it's fine, but getting better, you want to, instead of rallying on top of the fab, you want to rally ahead of the fab. So the docks will be here and you will have to defend if something is going this way, because the issue is that if you had someone coming here, the fab will be the first one to tank and you really don't want to use your fab to lose your fab, sorry, early on. Same with here, like you want your docks to be here somewhere. So two things: either they take out the enemy striker or like attack, either you have like they get destroyed but you have enough time to see it coming, back your fab, take some more units and put them in the front, so like your fab stays alive. A second thing from like, I'll go like through everything, but you went bot air vehicle, you knew that the opponent went a double vehicle and after that you scouted the air, so you know you have air advantage. Actually, like you have two Mingbird, that's fine. Honestly, like one could do, but you have two options. Either you just do a Mingbird Bumblebee like you did and you try to kill some fab. Either you go air assist with your com, like you boost your factory and get like a free free Icarus out to kill fabs or units. The issue with that is that because it's kind of particular is assisting his air factory, you'll not really be ahead in the hummingbird count. And that's a bit of an issue, but like right now it's not the most important. Like you really need to use this one. That was a good thing to do. Second thing I wanted to say is that you really don't want to build ants right now because like they're a very good unit, but later on at the earlier stage of the game they're just too slow to actually be effective. Like strikers are way better in this kind of thing. So like you don't, the thing with you is that like you struggle against World Patrol because early on you didn't expand, like you're still on 4 fab. You know the opponent didn't attack anything, but you're still on 4 fabs. Like you see like 7-5 and he has vehicle fab, so they're more effective. You didn't put any pressure either with your docks, either with like what was supposed to be strikers, either with the Bumblebee that you needed. Like you look at this, everything is open. 2 strikers, if you send the 8 docks, you're just gonna kill this fab. Same with here. Same with here, like you'll pick them up bit by bit. Same with it, like all of these fab are vulnerable right now. You can kill this one, this unit, this unit, this unit, this unit, this and this, and this one. With that, like these 3 mechs are totally killable. These 3 same, and these 2 are the same. So right now you have 3 ants. That's 450 metal. Instead, you could have had 8 strikers. Like with 8 strikers, you go kill this. With 3 ants, you don't do anything. So like you're a bit late on the fabs. So you like I think that's a Q. Like you made those sparks, which in this case is maybe not bad because strikers. I think sparks do kind of bit better than strikers in 1v1. But you really don't want to put up grains right now. They won't do anything. Air fab is nice, but you did it because like you saw that he didn't add air. You made a bumblebee, you made an air fab, and because you didn't scout it again, now you'll be behind because he has 2 air factories. And you're still on 1. What more? Like, same, you put a turret, which like you don't need to put it this close, like you can put it somewhere in the middle of 2 CSG, so like it's actually defending something. Either here because you want to defend the 2 mexes, either like maybe here, so like you defend the access from this side, and also you like you control this mex with the edge of the range. Or like put, I'm not sure here, but this is not the greatest placement of all time. Like you can put it more far away. What more? You still didn't kill the single fab. Like that's the big issue. Like yeah, that's good. Like you put them in front, but now you don't need to stay here. Like the thing is like you need to think of this as like projection lane. You have 1 lane here with your fab that went like here, 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 and here. If the docks are here, they protect the fab. But if the docks are here, they also protect the fab because like the enemy is going to come from this way. So either you just stay on your side, and in this case you need to out expand the enemy because like on this side he is just having fab on every single direction. Either you want to be aggressive, and by having units here, you still protect your fab the same way as if they were here. That's like one of the things Petropan I think does well, is that he's always pretty good at projecting forces ahead of his fab. Now because you did air fab plus the bumblebee, you will be pretty far away from the number of hummingbirds you need to contest the air, but like this would be a mistake if the opponent was using his air but he's not. So the thing you need to do is like use the 2 bumblebee you have to kill the fabs. 1 here easy to kill, 2 here very easy to kill, and 1 like you can just kill his entire expansion. Same threat here, like you have units, you don't need to do this because first of all you have like 600 metal in units that are behind the fabs. If there are like here, you could have killed this fab and killed these mexes. Fab first, same, like it's a mistake. And threat here doesn't do anything because for multiple reasons. Like first of all, you could just have used your units. Second of all, your air is supposed to be ahead and scout to see if there's like a threat. You don't need to put threat where you wouldn't need them. And third, like the enemy is going to come from this side, and you want to have this mix. So you want your turrets to be protecting them, like here. Or like here. Maybe here. Here is good, honestly. Because like you take a bit from this side and you protect the 2 access points. What more? Air fab is nice. This, like, same. You have 400 metal just sitting. T2 right now is a bit like you're on just 100 metal. You have like 9 fabs. Most of them are like in your base. really you have 3 fab expanding this way, 1 fab expanding this way, and you're on 5 factories, so like that's pretty bad. What's more, Pigeon is alright, but like you want your com to be building more T1. 4 is like not enough. 5, most of the time, 5 is pretty good on every kind of map. You can go 6 or maybe even 7 on some maps. 4 is for small maps that are pretty pushy, I would say. I don't think this is case for this one, so you maybe at least want 5 factory, maybe 6 before T2. And also, like, the lower you are in the rating, the more T1 you want to have, because like people aren't going to use effectively their T2. So you can go like up to 6 factory T1 without issues. And while you will get better like in gold and platinum, you're gonna want to push your T2 timing faster and faster. But right now, like T1 will be more useful. Like you have air right here, you really need to kill these guys. So like first of all, you are a bit low on your fab count. You didn't like project your forces ahead, and you didn't raid anything. Like you didn't kill the single fab, so that's one of the big issues. For now, that's everything. On this side, it's just doing like random things because this guy just learned how to expand quickly, but didn't really like learn how to play properly 1v1, because like this isn't good. World patrolling is like a waste of metal, and it's not like this is not defended. This is not defended. This is easy to kill. Easy to kill. It's like you have 4 fab on this side, and you have literally 1,000 metal sitting here. You have a free fab to kill here. Like it's also, I think, usage of air, but because early on using air is pretty difficult, the easiest thing is just to have docks and send them around, do random things. Like you don't need to have targets to send them somewhere. Like the dogs will be able to scout for themselves. You don't need to scout first and send the dogs afterward, because they're fast enough to like just go somewhere random, pick things on the way, like if you have a fab or an X, and after that roam around and do some other things. When you're playing like T1 vehicle afterward, like with a lot of ants and inferno, it's easier to like have the air scout ahead, take information, and afterward like choose the target. But with dogs, it's like they're fast enough to do a lot of things by themselves. Now you're behind on air, so like you're gonna have a big issue fighting this. And the thing you have T2, that's great. It's not even 6 minutes, so like that's a very fast timing. But you're like way down in metal, way down in unit value, in army value, in fabs, and in factories. So now the way you have to use T2 is T2 bots is very good to like, honestly, you can just push here, kill this, and go kill his com. Like he doesn't have anything to beat Slammer right now. All of this gets hard controlled by T2 bots, but the only issue is that you have no way to protect your T2 army from air. And if you're gonna send Slammer, I already saw this a bit earlier. Give me a sec. It's just gonna kill them with air. Like you cannot do anything against this. Like even if you have 10 spinner in the front, if you don't make her well, it's just gonna one pass through and kill your T2. Like you're doing air, that's good, but like you're already too far behind, honestly, at this point. World patrolling against world patrolling doesn't work. You have a bit of T2, but right now you need to push. Like he doesn't have anything, but like you're just like this is in the range of just 5 dogs. You don't need to send 2 Slammer to do the job of like 5 dogs. And I think that's all. So like that's mainly an issue of like reacting to the opponent, because he was playing very passive in the early game, but you didn't punish it. A bit more aggressive on the expand, like you need a bit more fabs. You don't need to rush T2 as much, like you need a lot of T1 if you want to counter this kind of style. And apart from that, Scott's more like you still don't know, like you guessed that he had a lot of air, so like you did more. But honestly, like a Scout is a 60 metal, not anymore. Yes, 60 metal. So you can just scout it like every 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll know like that he has 6 air factories, and that you're never gonna beat him on this side. And now he's just spamming fab because he has the eco to do it. And on this map, I don't think you want to do orbital. Like orbital is good for scouting with probes, but you don't really want to do orbital fab because it just costs too much and it's too easy to snipe. I think that's all. And after this, I didn't really watch, but yeah, it's like it's a say like you're kind of screwed because he has too much error. He's spamming T2. He's still doing this with T2 this time, so like you have no way of winning. Okay, that was all.